Greetings, people of Normandale. Since March of 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic set in and we closed our building to in-person activities, we have learned by doing it that worship indeed happens in all times and in all places. We've heard remarkable stories of how and when you are worshiping with your families and friends or by yourself. We've heard of people worshiping from their couches, in their pajamas, and from their cabins, from their kitchens, and from their back porches. It's all been worshipful, and there have been some limitations. And so we are preparing for this upcoming Sunday, April 18th, to offer our first in-person, in-the-building worship in over a year. And as we approach this upcoming Sunday, we wanted to make this video just to help you understand a little bit about how we're going to be doing things for the foreseeable future. Because your safety and your comfort are very, very important to us. Firstly, we are going to be capping our attendance for in-person worship in this space at 200 people. And so in order to make sure that we can effectively cap that and anticipate how many people are going to be here, we'll be doing an online registration. So if you would like to come to worship on Sunday, April 18th, today, Monday, is the first day to register, and registration goes all the way through until Thursday at midnight. That's how it'll be every week. Monday morning until Thursday at midnight, registrations for that upcoming Sunday will be open. We want to make sure that you are aware of that so that there aren't any surprises on Sunday morning, and so that we can best be prepared to accommodate you and to keep everybody safe and comfortable, and making sure that we are creating a culture of consent at Normandale. And so, with that, let's go through just a couple things, because firstly, we're going to be having the sanctuary kind of broken up into 3 different zones by color. And depending on which color zone that you register in to worship, that will mean that you'll park somewhere and enter into the church building and into the sanctuary in different places, to make sure that we have control over the flow of people and and mitigating and reducing the possibility of mixing people and not honoring social distancing protocols, which will be in place. And so, let's take a quick tour. I'll show you around. The first zone is this front half of the sanctuary, right up here in the front near the chancel. I'm standing right in the middle here. The front seats, these pews, are the green zone. So the front of the sanctuary is the green zone. And use the green zone if you are a parent who will be dropping your child off at Sunday school, or if you have no mobility issues, right? So you will enter the sanctuary kind of back here, the side door, and you'll park in the northwest parking lot in front of the canopy entrance. And you can enter and exit through the canopy entrance and use the stairs to access the sanctuary, kind of the main entrance of our church building. Children are going to be dropped off in the fellowship hall, and parents will proceed to the sanctuary via the canopy entrance stairs for worship. And a reminder that Sunday school children must have at least one parent registered for worship attendance in person in order to go to Sunday school. There won't be drop-offs for Sunday school and then parents leave. Everyone will be in the building at the same time, because Sunday school will be happening simultaneously with worship during this interim period of in-person activity. And then children must be picked up immediately after worship. So that is for the green zone in the front half of the sanctuary. The second zone that I'll highlight is the back half of the sanctuary. This is the blue zone. The blue zone is in the back half of the sanctuary. You can use these spots if you need elevator access when you come in. And so you'll park in the southwest parking lot in front of the education wing, or if you're familiar with the preschool, that's where the preschool entrance is. You'll enter and exit the building through those Normandale preschool entrance doors and use the open stairway near the entrance only, or you can use the elevator to access the sanctuary. And finally, the third zone is this transept. The seats aren't set up yet, but they will be this week. This third zone is the transept. It's the red zone. And so the red zone, if you have any mobility issues, we would encourage you to register to worship in person in the red zone. You'll park in the east parking lot behind the church on the second level and enter and exit through the healing and wholeness doors on the second floor just to the south of the sanctuary. And then you'll enter into the sanctuary from these side back doors back by the audio video booth. So again, before you hit that registration link for in-person worship, just take a moment to consider what your needs might be in the sanctuary, any mobility issues, if you're going to need the elevator, anything like that. That might determine which zone you register for. So we ask that no matter what zone you do register for, that you park then on Sunday. You park your car in your color-coded lot. That will be marked. There'll be signs everywhere to make sure you know that you're in the right spot. And then you'll enter in the color-coded door. Again, it'll all be marked. And when you get in the building, you'll be warmly greeted by our growing usher team who will assist your movements throughout the worship experience, from entering the building all the way to getting to the seat that they will bring you to, and then leaving again at the end of worship. During this time, there won't be any fellowship before or after, so you'll come in right on time, you'll leave right after worship, and the ushers will make sure to help you make those movements safely through the building. We would also ask that you assess your own health honestly before coming to worship on Sundays in person. If you've had any of the symptoms of COVID-19, like a fever, a new cough, congestion, shortness of breath, chills, headache, muscle pain, sore throat, fatigue, or a loss of taste or smell, or if you've taken care of somebody who has had COVID-19 recently, or who has had symptoms of COVID-19, we ask that you just not come to in-person worship. We continue to offer what we've been offering this entire year for worship, an online service and fellowship, coffee hour after worship over Zoom. You can participate in all those things. And so make a decision based on what's best for the health and safety of our community and the health and safety of you and your family and what your comfort level is. So we thank you for your consideration, for your patience, and for your understanding as we try this new thing out in the interim, knowing that at some point, as we all get vaccinated, at some point as we beat this virus, we will all be back in person. We will all be singing. We will all be praying out loud, hugging and dancing and all the things together. And this isn't quite that time yet. But we are delighted to be able to offer you a variety of experiences of worship and fellowship and education and mission and outreach during this time. So thank you for being who you are, for being this congregation that is in mission for the sake of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Let us know if you have any questions at all about registering for worship. We will have another video coming out in the coming days, likely on Thursday, about what you can expect and some of our safety protocols that will be in place for in-person gatherings. Peace be with your body and soul today and always.